horror games. Who doesn't love horror games? Nothing gets the adrenaline pumping like watching your favorite YouTubers lose their minds over the terrifying near-death experiences in horror games. Ever since I was 3, I've always been hooked on the thrills of horror. Now that I'm 18, I've decided to buckle up and create my own horror game using Unity. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why the heck are you using Unity? But don't worry, I'm well aware of how Unity set itself on fire. Despite that, I'm sticking with Unity for a couple of reasons. First, I already know how to use Unity. I actually touched Unity when I was 13, and I got the hang of it. Why did I stop? Well, let's say I might have accidentally planted a virus on my dad's Mac, causing all his files to be erased from existence. In other words, I never touched that laptop in my life again. And I finally got a good PC as an intern at my new job, so I only have until December to make, finish, and hopefully upload my game on Steam. Alright, now we both know you didn't come here to hear some kid yap about his life. You came here for that horror action. So, welcome to my first ever devlog on my horror game, where the only thing scarier than the game is the development process itself. I'm Prazo, and I present to you Into the DreamRooms. So you've decided to make a horror game. Easy, right? Just throw in some creepy hallways, a few jump scares here and there, and boom, you've got yourself a game, right? Wrong. But like any horror game, the real terror isn't in the monsters, it's in the development process. Step 1. Build a maze. Sounds simple enough, right? Wrong. After battling with Unity for 3 whole days and possibly selling my soul to the Unity, I finally got the maze to generate randomly. It's a little janky, but hey, that's what makes it scary, right? Next up was adding the enemies, because what's a horror game without something chasing you? Unfortunately, you know those tutorials you watch on YouTube on how to do XYZ? You do every single thing they do, and for some reason, it doesn't work for you. Well, it didn't happen to me, obviously.
Bro,
I don't know what you're talking
man?
about. I definitely didn't spend 3 days getting the enemy to just follow the player.
Wait till you see the... No.
I just decided to give up on the enemy for now. So I decided if I'm going to have to make some progress to show in my devlog, I have to make a menu system, pause and settings system. Now, creating the UI wasn't hard since I'm a graphics designer in my new job, so it was super easy. But now, making the settings actually work was mind-bending part. After days of research, I finally found the answer to my problems. Static variables. Not to bore any of you, it basically just means I get to store a variable to like a cloud or something, where all scripts can access it, irrespective of which scene you're currently in. So if I save the motion blur setting as a static variables to my game manager script, when the next scene loads, I can get the motion blur settings from the manager script and update the settings in the current scene. Boom. Now we have a working UI for my game. Oh, and I also added sounds for when the mouse hovers and clicks the button. Pretty neat. Adding all these features was really starting to impact my performance, so yesterday I just focused on creating a radius around my player, where everything within the radius is visible, while everything outside the radius is disabled to improve performance. Here's a screenshot of my PC specs and the script I used for it. And for the player movement, it really wasn't that hard to implement. I swear I had doubts that Bracky's first-person movement video might not work, since it's already been 6 years since the release of that video. But I was surprised how easy it was to implement the logic from that video into mine. And I added a few other settings like head bobbing. But before we wrap things up, let me give you a quick rundown of where this whole idea came from. My game is inspired by the Backrooms. Yep, that Backrooms. I mean, it was pretty obvious in the intro, but it's set in our modern world, where there's a tale of people having dreams within dreams. The deeper they go, the harder it is to wake up. There are 7 stages of the DreamRooms. Dream 0, where everyone has their usual dreams, all the way to Dream 6. But what is Dream 6, you ask? Well, no one has ever reached that dream and woken to tell the tale. Get it? Woken? Because it's a dream?
What?
The feeling of being trapped in a maze feels like when you get lost in a glass room, looking for the exit, except you're not looking for the exit, you're running from the exit. I know. You're like, what is bro talking about? But hear me out. You're basically a psychiatrist detective who's trying to find the truth behind the DreamRooms. Games like Little Nightmares, Silent Hill, Evil Within, and the pool rooms are also honorable inspirations. As for my plans, right now I want to focus on gameplay, the enemy, and optimization. I also need help with syncing other resolutions and aspect ratios to my game. If any of you guys can help me figure it out, feel free to join my Discord channel, link in the description below. And that's it for this video. I'll try to upload 2 videos every month till December. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and I'll see you in the next dream. Get it? Dream? Because my game is a